Hello, hello. This is my first live streaming in this YouTube channel, and I called it Sincere Practice Equals the Highest Achievement. In other words, I could say meditation equals enlightenment or liberation. And it is not a new view. Actually, many well-known Zen masters teach that view, and I just confirming it because it resonates with my direct experience and realization that yes, the achievement is not some kind of thing that is separate from us. It is actually being aware of that which is always present, that absolute freedom and divine identity, which is all there is. We just miss it. We just learned to miss it all the time, to dream this dream that we are these separate bodies, separate minds, and identify reality only with our sensorial and intellectual perceptions. So that creates that experience of bondage and seeking outside various symbols that represents for again our conditioned limited minds that liberation, that happiness, that actual connection with source, abundance, and so on. But in reality, it is ever-present reality. So all we need to do is to rewire our neurons, our attention to realize this direct truth of this absolute perfection of here and now. And for that, there is a spiritual practice, a meditation, to let go everything consciously, letting everything be, allowing yourself to die psychologically. And when you are seeking nothing, you automatically realizing this truth, you're receiving this sense of divine presence within you, as everything, as this perfect, pure, unified sense of self and its immense goodness, which can be translated in various virtues such as peace, bliss, love, compassion, abundance, freedom, grace, inspiration, joy, ecstasy, and everything that we can imagine is right here. And when you're allowing yourself to be still, to be silent, that truth starts to brighten, become more obvious in your direct first-hand experience. And that changes your sense of identity completely without going back. But that change is actually noticing that which never changed, that which always been here all along. So that seeming big change in your identity, in your perspective, is just noticing of that divine presence, which is infinite and eternal. Yeah, and that contains all the goodness. It is basis for all well-being. So that's the sincere practice, to be aware of that, to fully accept that, to be that, not to be that, again, separate person who seeks freedom and enlightenment and some kind of spiritual or even physical achievements through meditation or its applications. But vice versa, you are letting go of that person, that identity completely. And you simultaneously realizing that goodness. So it is a big difference. And actually, we letting go this conditioned personality every night when we go to sleep. But if people do not practice this process of letting go consciously, they just shut down with their conditioned personality and we wake up with that same conditioned personality and its stories and limitations and anxieties and depressions and so on. But when you practice this process consciously in meditation and in your daily life, just taking moments to, as I say, psychologically die, allowing yourself to be still, to be silent, to be opened. When this sense of divine presence takes over and guides your mind, guides your body, your environment, and so on. And when you go to sleep with that awareness and you wake up with that awareness and you do what you need to do, everyday works also with that awareness as this uninterrupted meditation. It is actual meditation of life, which happens unconditionally. So again, our practice is to remind ourselves of that perfect meditation of life and be one with that meditation, be one with that unified harmony consciously. Because that allows us to experience life in the most enjoyable way. And that's how everything originally is designed. That's how this life and this earth and all of this divine creation is designed for that same God to enjoy its infinite and eternal existence. So it is meant to be that way. So allow yourself to accept that. You're absolutely worthy of that. Claim your divine right. And yes, in this awareness of this always perfect reality also guides you to exclusive meditations. Even though you experience all your life as meditation, still, it is always good to retreat from all activities, all thoughts, all cares of a days, and just to exclusively be in this intimate presence, silence, stillness, to recalibrate your energy, your inner faculties, and again, to enjoy that divine presence in the most intimate way. And it also includes all other relative practices. For example, I also learned various practices that not only goes through this surrendering, but through will, through breathing exercises, visualizations, just breathing in light into energetical system, into the chakras. It is also works very well hand in hand with that essential self-realization meditation or contemplation, because for that you need concentrated energy to really be able to be in that stillness. Yes, you need to gather your scattered attention and vital energy. So when I meditate, I usually combine those different approaches. For example, I take few breaths through my energetical system, gathering the vital energy, and that also calms the mind. And then I come into full surrender, into full absorption. Just completely, as I said, allow myself to die consciously. And just resting in that perfect stillness, in that all penetrating awareness. Being aware of awareness, which includes everything. But you are allowing to experience that in your first, I know how to say, in your first plan and all other things is like in the background, in the periphery, but your focus is that of being aware of awareness, or being aware of beingness, awareness with awareness, beingness with beingness, which again includes everything. Nothing is separate from that. Everything is just different attributes of that. So that's why when you really tune into that realization, you automatically realize that all life with all variety is perfect, uninterruptible, stable meditation. Pure one source in its expression, which includes all infinite multiplicity. And yes, when I rest in that awareness, beingness, when I sometimes feel natural impulses and inspirations to again to take a few deep breaths, to concentrate into my heart or into my crown or into my third eye or into my lower dantian stomach area, to gather energies, to visualize. Sometimes insights come, sometimes inspirations and visions arises. But again, that comes not through forcing something or trying to manifest something, but it comes just from that wholeness, from that purity, from that beingness, effortlessly. So yeah, in the Taoist philosophy, it is called Wu Wei, effortless action, effortless manifestation, which stems from that perfect stillness, perfect source, which is being, beingness. And that's how you train your body and mind to be liberated in that effortless action, into that effortless harmony of life. Which is most simple and most perfect. So we are just learning, or rather unlearning, to accept that simplicity. Allow that simplicity. Cherish that above all else. And that's how we can experience heaven on earth. That's how we can live in the golden age right now. Because golden age is just a state of consciousness, this unity consciousness, to be awakened into that unity consciousness, which blends all polarities, which dances with all opposites, and no opposites bugs you because you are God dancing with everything in the most joyful, creative way. Yes, and you don't need then to wait others to awaken, to transform. You don't need to wait the world, because you are focusing into your own state of consciousness, and then you become this living portal of this paradise on earth. And you naturally manifest it into your world, and you inspire others to do the same. So it is all in your hands. Just know yourself and be yourself. That's it. Enjoy.